There he is, your new quarterback. But are the Raiders about to pull off another big trade? If you're new to the channel, we're Detroit Lions fans, but this channel is fully dedicated to teams that just kind of get overlooked by the national media. And the Raiders aren't anymore. Like all of a sudden, they've got a real coach with a real quarterback. But are they going to do something else? There's rumors swirling about now another move that they could pull off. And here's the thing about these rumors. Like stuff's happening, real stuff's happening. Debo's going, like, right, the guys are getting released, guys are getting traded. It's real. So we're in that real season, and so here's what it looks like. We'll get back to Geno Smith here in just a second, but there's some other things that could happen. First, is being reported that only makes sense to go after DK Metcalf and see what you can get for him and what kind of draft picks and things that you can give up for DK Metcalf. And I'm going to show you your draft pick situation here in just a second. The other one is not a trade, I guess, but a signing of Tyler Lockett. Again, just veteran guys that, yes, they're on the Tyler Lockett end of his career here, but at least, you just know what you're going to get, and you're going to get a really good veteran guy that's been around. And so that's an idea. Look at here at your draft picks that you could trade in what you could do. So now that you've got your quarterback, check out this trade that's being floated around out there that I really like. Is let me pull this up. Hold on one second. So if you like this quarterback, and we're going to get to that more here in a minute, but this is what's going to happen. Is maybe hard to see, but what it is when you have your pick in this scenario, you're trading pick 6 for pick 21 and 53. I think you'd actually get more than that. You'd get a next year something. So you go down to pick 21 and you can get Tyler Booker, right? Because you don't need to stay at pick 6 anymore. This opens up a world of possibilities. So if you're a Raiders fan, I don't think the trades are done, because this is the beginning of it. Now the dominoes fall. Got your quarterback. Now DK Metcalf. So why DK Metcalf is because out of the guys out there, Devontae Adams, we know Debo got traded. Tyler Lockett, you could sign cheap. Why wouldn't you? Great locker room guy. DK Metcalf is a perfect up and down player that Seattle might just be like, we're done with you, number one. Number two, he's good enough, but he's not outstanding where he's going to require a draft picks that you just don't have. It's like, sure. Here is a 5th round pick. I don't know, right? You could, and boom, you've got a star that feels like, in DK Metcalf, and let me know in the comments if you want him, that he could just come here and be somebody that, like, a change of scenery feels really appropriate for him. Next move is in the draft. You can trade back. You don't need to stay there. I love this, though. I just love it. Stay at 6 and take Jeanty. I know that's high, 100%, though we've seen the rise in running backs and how valuable they are. I still think that's too high. I still think you can trade back even and still get him, but just still, even if we rolled with this, I think Vegas is feeling pretty good. The thing with Vegas, going back to the Geno Smith trade, is what you have now. And again, this is just an outsider's perspective. If we're being honest, now that you have a real coach and a real quarterback, these last couple years were just complete. You had zero chance. Like, you can say that now. At the time, it's like, you know what? Let's go, baby. Pierce, get the team going. Like, we all kind of knew it, but at the same time, you're thinking, I don't know. Like, let's go. Max Crosby, we're kind of tough, hard-nosed team that can kind of maybe do something with Pierce will rally the troops. It's like, but we don't have a quarterback. That's okay. That's how we don't need a quarterback. In the AFC, where 5 of, like, the greatest QBs to ever play are currently playing. And it's like, oh, yeah, I guess we kind of do need a quarterback. So 100% you need a quarterback. You have, and here's why. And we'll get back to Geno, or we'll get to Geno in just a second specifically. But what you have, and this is what's exciting if you're a Raiders fan, is you've kind of got this Donald Trump effect. And I don't mean to go political here, but you've got Pete Carroll at the end of his coaching career. He's not trying to build long term. He's not trying to think about, boy, what about in 10 years when, if I have to uproot my family and be... No, I've got 3 years and I'm here to win now. And let's not screw around. It's kind of the Trump thing, right? He's 80 years old. He's done this before. He knows what to do. He's thinking, man, if I ever got one last shot at it, here's what I would do. Here's what I believe is what's you got to do, and he's going to do it. So these trades, holding draft picks, holding a 5th rounder for who could we get that could maybe develop. It's like, nope, don't have time. We're doing things now. We're trying to win now. We're in the AFC. It's tough. We're in a division that's ramped the heck up here in the last couple of years. Let's go. That's what it feels like. Now, again, Geno specifically, I think he's perfect. You got to remember that there aren't the good Patrick Mahomes is not available. Joe Burrow is not available. Right? There are, out of the 32 quarterbacks, 20 of them not available. Baker Mayfield, I don't think the Bucs would trade for. I don't think they would trade you. You would have to bring multiple firsts. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, do we roll the dice in the draft? Don't want to do that. Okay. So what do? Well, let's find someone that we can get that we know, if protected, and this is a lot of quarterbacks, right? It's no knock on Geno, but it's like, if protected, if in the right scheme, if known how to coach, good locker room guy, we can win. Boom. That's what we're doing. We can win with that. And I think Geno Smith brings a maturity. That's the only word I can think of when it comes to the Raiders. Now, I mean, you saw it with the Chargers. Chargers have the same thing where it's like, what's going on? It's like, oh, you could get Harbaugh. You get and you just win games simply because you're well coached to the end. You're playing football the right way. I mean, Pierce had 2 times like every game where it would be like, I don't think you're supposed to. I think you're supposed to go for it there, man. And he would punt it, or he would punt it, or he would go for it. And it's like, dude, just punt the ball. There's about 5 decisions every game that he would cost the Raiders. So simply by the Raiders having a coach been there, done that at every level, and a mature quarterback who's won. I mean, the guys went to the playoffs 2 years ago, won 10 games last year with a bad offensive line. The Raiders are just amazing how quickly it's like, okay, they're going to win 8 games next year, minimum. Just no doubt. It's crazy. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. More trades to come if you're a Raiders fan, and we'll see all of you on the next one.